So do you respect the artists more if they are real?
I do. This is what I'm saying. I don't necessarily like what Drake's about. I think he's a good artist and I like some of his music, but I actually have a high level of respect for the fact that he's very honest in his music. Definitely. Anybody who's honest, whether you're really out there fucking shooting and moving massive amounts of drugs, or you're out there going through your girl's phone and crying in your cornflakes because she left you. Whatever your real life is, if you're going to talk about it, then yeah.
Who in the UK scene do you feel is not being honest with themselves?
Oh, this is a very political story.
Wait, say that question again? Who do you, because obviously we're talking about honesty and we're talking about being true to yourself and all of that. Who in the UK scene do you feel gives a false, it's false advertising? You know, like for example, you got McDonald's, the burger looks amazing, and then you get a burger,
without trying to single people out,
no lettuce in it.
A very high majority of UK are really talking
such
about.
as?
You know what the thing about it for me is that, like for me, it's like you have to understand the whole culture of hip hop is kind of centered, or it's stemmed, and it is centered around being macho. And part of being macho is just that you don't kind of give off the emotions that make you feel like a pussy or make you appear like a pussy. So to someone that's trying to be macho, you wouldn't say, you know what, dude, when 10 man came up to me, I got a bit shook, you know, I didn't know how my life was gonna end up. Like, but certain man would be like, no, you know what, man, when he was scared, man, the street we pull for the ting, seeing if
you know what's crazy? But the image of what people see as being road or what people see as being hood is very one-dimensional. I had a discussion with someone about Kendrick Lamar and Meek Mills, yeah, and someone said to me, oh, Kendrick Lamar don't speak for the hood. I'm like, if you actually know what real hood life is, Kendrick Lamar's talking about girls that have been molested. He's talking about like alcoholism. He's talking about general things that affect people of a low income. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, Meek Mill talks about one aspect of the hood.
What can't you hear, boy?
You know what it is, yeah? This is gonna sound so bad for me to say, and I would like to apologise to everyone from now.
What the fuck are you saying, man?
But like, you know, like entertainment, like I've had a bad day at work. The last person I want to listen to is Kendrick Lamar talking about alcoholism. Like, I've had a shit day. I've lost my job. My girl don't want me, and I'm gonna listen. Like,
we're not talking about.
So I'm just saying, if an artist wants to glamorize a lifestyle that they have, it may sound sad, but it will make me happy. Like, entertainment's entertainment. Just be true to yourself. If you feel that what you're giving out to the general public is a true reflection of who you are as an individual, who am I to judge? I just question the inconsistency from an individual who says, this is what I do, and then 5 minutes later they're doing something completely different. I don't feel that you should always indulge in this whole miserable...
She's spoken.
No, I was just saying also some people... No, but some people's lifestyles are real to what they're saying, but it's just not as harsh as some of the things that you're listening to. So some people that you're listening to, you're saying, oh, everyone's keeping it real and this and that, but they are keeping it real, but they've just got flowers in their garden.
Yeah. Exactly, that's my point. But do you see why? I think those artists should have.
So I need flowers in my garden.
Yeah, but if you're, I actually think as much as I said, like I'm not the biggest fan, but I think Drake's got more guts than certain artists who are really because it takes a lot of guts.
Go on, say it.
No, he does.
Not Snips, man.
But like, I think it takes a lot of guts to be that much of a bitch within your music. Like, it does. It takes
a bitch, you know.
It's not exactly being a bitch, but it's stripped nice. I agree with Paul. It's not. You're stripping the walls, man. That's what it is. And when you strip the walls, you come there.
If you're an artist and you know you're preaching something that you're not really about, the audience, the listeners, they're not going to really believe into your hype. People like your Wretch 32s, people like your Chipmunks. I think, you know, when they're rapping about certain things, there's a sense of like, I can relate and I believe every word that they're saying. You have to be truthful to yourself, because if you're not truthful to yourself, you're definitely not going to be truthful to the audience that are listening to you.
Basically become a target for people who are scared of revealing their true colours. They can hit you and kind of like put you down, so it kind of feels that they're superior.
Midget I know. What up, Tucky?
I was getting confused. I thought that this was all wild crazy. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Yes. So what's the debate? What's happening? What's going on? What's happening?
They're saying Drake's a bitch.
Nah, basically we're talking about. It started from talking about.
This is not no fucking beef, man, bro. I'll sit on this.
Huh?
The drink goes. So Tucky is disrupting everything.
You want some crispy?
What is it?
We're talking about this like.
Artists in the UK, like a true reflection of what they say. And it's like,
let me give you a statistic, yeah? You know there was more fatal gun crime, in Sweden, Switzerland, and I think Germany and Norway, last year than there was in the UK. There were 8 fatal firearm incidents in the UK last year. Yeah, in America, obviously it's population-wise, it's 5 times the size. 5 times the size. So like population-wise, it's five times the size. Yeah. So basically, in order for that to be on par, there should be 40.
Okay.
Yeah. There was over 10,000. So
guns legal, like
I'm not. But I'm talking about. You're talking about street life, murders. Or 8 people got killed in the UK last year.
But no, that's 8 recorded because a crime only a crime is recorded. Why still the man's phone is not get recorded?
That doesn't mean that there
that's
are things going on.
No, I'm not saying there's no things going on. What I'm saying is, right, if you look at US rap music, I'd say maybe 60 to 70% of it is just straight hard trap, blah blah whatever, and it's probably about 30% which is somewhat conscious, somewhat in the Drake, Lupe, Kanye, whatever. In the UK, it's more like 95% of it is just straight hard trap music. If you actually look at statistics, murders, poverty levels, the US shits all over the UK, even in comparison to population. So why is it that we're so obsessed with trying to prove ourselves when in a country where it really is popping a lot worse than it is here, there's a much higher percentage of people actually making intelligent music. If you're gonna make music talking about a certain lifestyle, I do think you have a responsibility to give an indication of the whole spectrum of the lifestyle. As a human being, you should take some responsibility if you know that your actions and what you do have a knock-on effect. And obviously within rap music, it has a massive knock-on effect. So I do think people need to take responsibility.
I will say as well, it's not a large percentage of people. Because if you even look at the people that are making noise in London, in comparison to the other music that are being made, it's minute, it's minuscule.
No, I'm talking about hip-hop.
I'm saying to you. No, but I'm even saying like when you look at hip-hop, if you look at the people that are talking that bang 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 shit, it's like obviously that's what the focus is on now, because that's just what the popular music is. Well, that's just what the popular like sub-genre of rap is right now in this country. Cool. But if you compare it to the rest, man, I think it's minute. I'm being honest. I think it's a very small group of people that are.
Name 10 rappers off the top of your head right now, and I guarantee at least 7 to 8 of them are making that style of music.
What, like,
I mean, when you said that, I'm going to obviously think of the opposite, so I'll be able to do that without thinking about those 10 rappers. So.
But I don't. I do not. To be honest with you, I personally don't think it's that much of a problem. Like, obviously, you got some rappers out there that's talking some shit that they ain't really living or whatever. And then you got some rappers that are talking about some other shit. But I think there's enough going on out there for you to listen to something alternative.
That's because I'm a grown man and I can make that decision. See, 2 weeks ago, I swear I even tweeted this, in one of the youth classes that I do, I had a 15-year-old from Mill Hill, who's part of a blood gang in Mill Hill, and the guy goes to private school, bruv. You see that, that's a direct reflection. I'm not even lying to you, bruv. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's a direct reflection of some of the rap these kids are listening to. They love it. Like, they love it. It's
But you know what,
real crime goes down, real drug.
No, that's not just necessarily rap music though. It's just you have like.
Are we chucking?
Nah, you just have like.
Where you from?
You're always gonna get a few kids. You're always gonna get a few kids that don't live that life, that feel like that's the cool thing to do.
Not even some. You're gonna most kids look. Think about what you were like when you were 13 years old.
Most musicians.
I
wish I could say names, but due to the fact you want to keep good relations,
what else do you have to do apart from emulate your fucking idol? Like, you're 13 years old. Like, you're obviously looking at.
Get an education. Get some results.
When you're 13 years old,
play football.
Sorry, most people that I know.
No. Do you know why I don't think you're saying you're making it? No, when I was 13 years old, the last thing I wanted to do was pretend I was a bad boy. Cause you know why? I was skinny,
you know why?
still am now.
Do you know why?
That's because of where you come from.
That's what I'm saying. That's because of where you come from.
Good Jamaican background and
that's
not nice.
where you come from.
Tottenham wasn't nice. That is the rap. Unfortunately, due to
who's your favourite rapper?
Diddy.
Did you ever want to be like Diddy? Did you want to be like Diddy when you're 13 years old?
Yeah, I wanted to have black glasses.
No.
Not necessarily, but you said
what you're saying is right, but this is my problem, Like, wanting to be like Diddy, is not gonna make a kid want to go out there and shoot.
That's his choice of no. I'm just saying that's his choice of rapper. Someone else's choice of rapper could have been Styles P, and then hey, shit, that kid might want to go and shoot up the block though. Certain other rappers, one of my favorite rappers was DMX them times. Like shit, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. D Block really did have me in a certain frame of mind when I was growing up. D Block had me in a certain frame of mind, didn't it? But I mean, you put.
Are you sure? Them shiny suits.
That's behind you now,
Yeah, just about.
I'm sorry.
Just about.
The locks. Them man were wearing shiny suits, they were around a lot of money, some girls, I don't understand why they wanted to shoot anyone, they look really happy, they were in Mercedes
That's
Benz.
with Diddy.
I don't know, they were with Diddy.
Yeah, but when he was
Diddy
like
was
some
giving them
blocks,
shiny suits and money,
she got
there's
real.
no way you ever thought you wanted to kill someone.
No, bro. That's how I know you didn't listen to the actual first album, innit? You just
No,
heard.
I didn't listen to their music. I didn't say I did because
the
when did I
album-
claim to
the
listen to their
album is
music?
not that.
I know
You know
for a
what,
fact,
yeah?
when I saw them,
But
it
no, but
really
like, in all reality though, like because I'm kind of getting, I don't even really understand too much what's going on. But what is the solution? what is the solution?
People to tell
What is
the
the
truth,
solution?
innit? Rappers to tell the truth.
No,
You're
the
talking
whole
street
truth.
life.
But alright,
No,
but
but
the thing is,
street life. Talk the whole aspect
whole
of
truth,
it.
yeah.
Like you're talking about glamorous life in the clubs, blah blah blah, pouring champagne on bitches' faces, all the rest.
But
of
why
it.
should they
But
have
then-
to?
But then talk about.
yeah, but that's the thing.
Why
Why
should I should have to? If you want to hear my private life, you have to hear private life. Why should they have to do it? I don't have to tell everyone that.
It's not necessarily your private life. You ain't saying, oh, you know what? When I slip the Jimmy on my fucking dick before I bang my chick. You don't have to go into that detail.
Alright, big man, you're my mate. Why do I have to come here and tell you I got robbed? The other day.
Wait.
If I'm a bad boy and I'm going,
Alright.
why do I have to tell you I got robbed? I don't understand why.
All right, look.
Why?
Well, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, as a person, I respect you more if you did tell the whole fucking truth.
If you're writing your own music, then they're your experiences that you should have had. So whether it's you being in beef or you being in a situation where you've got a strap or even you're just at home and you're admiring the sky, it has to be real to your situation.
Because it makes me respect you as a person.
Do you know what that sounds like to me? But do you know what though? Do you know what? On one side of the argument, it's like, okay, I get what you're saying, but that's almost like saying, as a football player, make sure you learn how to be a defender. Make sure you learn how to be a goalkeeper. But why though? Why should you have to?
two different
If you
things,
want to
man.
play your role, if you want to play your
Two
role in
different things.
something, then you should just have to do that. You should just have to do
two
that.
different things. Two different
You should
things.
have to do
two
that.
completely different things, man.
How?
You know what I'm saying? One's subjective and one's objective, first of all.
Yeah.
You're a drug dealer, and you're really moving through, yeah, and you're really living that life, yeah.
Why can you not talk about it?
No, you can talk about it. You can talk about it, but you know for a fact your life isn't 100% glamorous. There's another side to behind what you're doing.
But a lot of the times rappers do talk about it. They do talk about being out there and fucking getting caught slipping and having to roll with a gun and whatever. That's just the reality
Put it
of
this way.
their
Yeah,
situation.
but
Put it this way.
Not everybody does that.
Put it this way. If we're talking about DVS, yeah, I would have loved it if he dropped a tune outlining that whole scenario when he got robbed. I would have been like, whoa, this guy is
But
the
who's to
shit.
say? But who's to say that he won't? When he's got album, wait 1 second. When his album drops, he might. When his album drops, he
You know
might.
what it is? No disrespect, I don't know the full incident, but I've seen pictures. What more is there to say? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do?
saying, man.
No, but hold on, yeah. Like in his defense, yeah. Fuck it, so what? People get robbed, didn't they?
I agree.
People
But you
get
got-
robbed.
but you-
People get robbed. The hardest people
Yeah.
out there
Look,
get
I
robbed.
agree.
That's nothing to
I
fuck.
agree with
But
you,
what
though.
I don't
pisses
respect
me
Vegas
off?
for not doing
What
anything.
pisses me off is nothing to do with DVS's web. It's the fan base and the crowd of people like, oh, I'm not gonna listen to him anymore. Like you fucking idiot. Did you like his music?
Fans
You
are
like his
fickle.
music?
Fans are fickle, so it's kind of like I ain't really paying too much attention to. Because put it this way, like half of these fans are like under the age of 16 anyway, so I'm not really trying to have a intelligent, thoughtful conversation or critical conversation with you anyway, because your kind of thinking is way different to mine. So it's kind of like I get that part. You, being that age and that young, your perception of life is gonna be way off scale. It only becomes an issue when you're kind of putting it into the hands of kids or adults who can't critically think or aren't able to kind of take themselves out of scenarios, look at things objectively. So it's kind of like, that's when it becomes troublesome for me. For the kind of educated person who's able to have their own mind and shit, it's not really much of an issue for them. I just hope people just see it as entertainment and don't see it as like real life all the time. So,
No,
Because where they want to put their music as well, because obviously if they're telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and that's completely hard, then certain places they're not getting played.
But if you just want to talk about fashion, just talk about fashion.
Straight,
If
like
you want to
Jesus.
talk about selling
okay,
crap,
you know what?
just talk
Wait,
about it.
you know
Who gives a
what?
fuck? I don't get it.
But by that way of thinking, we might as well just all do what we want and take no responsibility
we do.
for our actions.
We do.
And
We
just
do.
live in a
But
fucking
we do.
anarchy
But we
society.
do though.
Do you know
That's
something?
what
That's
we
the one
do.
thing, yeah.
But
One
we
thing.
do.
See the whole DD thing, everyone's saying, oh, why are you an idiot for not listening to his music no more? I'll be real. If I saw my dad get beat up, I don't think I'd have much respect for him anymore.
Why?
That's
bro?
ridiculous.
But I'll be real, like my dad was my man, like,
I hope I
if
don't
I
get
see him
shot
get
like
beat
that.
up, like battered by a man, I'll be like, right, you know,
Truth
like,
out of your dad.
I hope I see my
Someone out there can beat up your dad, you know.
yeah, no, as long as I don't see it, if you come on me, I'm like, you tell me a lie.
You could be the baddest
Butter
man
it
in the world.
up, make it
someone
red,
else-
butter that shit up.
You know, this is a prime example of how the baddest people in the world get beat up. Just watch Watch UFC. Just
I know, you know what I mean?
the
If I know
baddest
I'm gonna get beat
motherfucker
up,
on Tuesday
I'm
can get beat up.
I'm not getting beat up.
What's that?
If I know I'm gonna get beat up in a situation and it's getting heated, I just diffuse that. Diffuse that.
Some people don't.
You've been beaten up.
That's what I'm saying.
You've been beaten
I've
up.
been rushed.
Alright.
I couldn't diffuse that.
You've been beaten
I
up.
was rushed. I'm like 17.
clear.
It was horrible.
Let's be clear.
It was blood and bare things.
But how do you actually know when it is and it isn't real?
What's that?
Because obviously we're talking on a level where you guys know certain artists that you've spoken about,
Yeah.
so you've got experience
Sometimes
of
you
their
don't.
lives.
You
But
know,
yeah,
sometimes you don't.
do you know it's
Some
real or
people
not?
still believe that Rick Ross has got that much
Yeah, but
money.
you know what?
That really breaks my heart.
For me, it's not. For me,
Proper.
you're definitely right. It's definitely hard to work out if an individual that you don't know how genuine and authentic they're being. It's definitely hard to work that out. But my thing is this though: just try and give us the whole fucking picture. Do you know what I'm saying? Try and give me some shit that I'm just
I
like,
just
oh,
wanna
but
know
you know
why
what?
They're
though?
giving a picture
But
and
with
you
that
think
being
it's
said,
real.
like those type of rappers ain't really for you, really, are they?
No, I mean,
Well,
actually, no.
Wait one second. But 1 second, yeah. With that being said, if they have a mixtape, a lot of the time you ain't gonna listen to it. So they might be. They might be though. They might be. If you're a drug dealer, for example, you have to talk about all different aspects of being a drug dealer or whatnot. But a lot of the time, these rappers, the good ones anyway, they do. It's just that if it's not your thing, you're only going to hear one song, judge him and say, oh, he's shit. All he's talking about is this, that, and the other. There's no solution. There's always going to be some people out there that's going to be chatting some real road rap that they're not living, and there are going to be people that are going to do the same, that are going to talk something different. Who really gives a fuck?
I listen to a lot of mad shit. Visually, I like watching a lot of mad shit. But what I'm saying to you is that I can take myself out of the scenario and be like, you know what? That's not my life, and that doesn't have to be my life. I realize I have options in life. Other people don't get that shit because they're too young to kind of work that out for themselves.
You know, that's a really good point because I think when you're at a certain age, you kind of feel like if I'm gonna like embrace this culture and like this culture, I have to be about it. Otherwise, I'm a fraud. You get to a certain age when you're like, I can actually just enjoy this for what it is. And I can relate to certain aspects
I
of
can
it.
emulate it,
But I can't relate to
try and
everything.
imitate it. I can just enjoy that for what that is. Done. I'm on to the next.
I feel like if anyone's
there's
too
no
honest, you've
solution.
just got a bag of problems you
There's
don't
no
want.
solution.
I know artists that talk about being a good father.
Can you let me speak?
Sorry.
She doesn't think much when she wants to speak.
I'm just saying, what would an artist do to prove to you that that situation is real? Do they have to get like a mark on their CD cover that says this is officially real shit?
I'm not
I
saying
think
it's
people
about
can
you.
tell honesty, innit? I can tell honesty.
But you know what?
Like,
Maybe Snips can. Maybe Snips can.
Some people ain't even that good at like making themselves seem that gangster, but when you think about some of the fucking fucked up shit that they've done, they really are about that life. They just can't articulate it in a rap way better than, like, let's just use Rick Ross for an example. He's just got this way of making everybody really believe that he's the biggest drug dealer in the world. But then you've got the guy who might be the biggest drug dealer in the world who don't know how to get that right beat and to make that right hook.
If you had to sum it up and feel like, you know, there is pressure from the UK for these people to, you know, rap about certain lyrics, do you feel like it's a simple yes or no question?
Is there pressure?
Yeah.
For them to what?
Yeah, I think there is. I think there's massive pressure for UK artists to, even if they're not really about that life, to be about it because they just feel like that they're not going to get any shine with it.
And do you know the pressure? Sometimes
I think it's
they put the pressure on themselves. Sometimes it's almost like they don't feel like I don't know, like they don't feel part of anything. Like they're like, I don't know.
There's as much pressure as you put on yourself. Like, who the fuck is pressurizing you to do anything? But it's just that once you make that step to get yourself out there, you better be about what the fuck you're saying.
Do you know what? I think
I think a lot of people in life don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
So for me to think or to comprehend you knowing who you are as an artist, you knowing who you are as a person,
You know,
that's a lot for me to
it's
ask
changing
for me
though.
to
See, when
understand.
I saw how successful Mike Righteous's project has just been,
Yeah.
like to me, that shows that it's changing and people actually want to hear some different shit. Want to hear so
No,
like.
things are always going to change. But this whole road rap shit ain't going to be the shit forever.
Yeah, no, it goes up and down. Even in the States,
it's
look
going
at
to
it.
change.
It was Diddy.
That's
and
not a
then
sum up
DMX
really,
came
is
out,
it?
and then went back to-
No, it's still Diddy.
On that
It's always
note,
gonna be Diddy.
yeah, we're
Diddy,
good.
Diddy.
It's kind of.
Well, I told you that we won't stop. 10 years from now, we'll still be on top.
How you doing, YouTube? Teeth here, Jump Off TV UK debates. I'm here to encourage you to subscribe. Hit that yellow rectangular button. Get these debates straight to your YouTube feed. Let us know what topics you also want us to discuss. Let it be known. Hit us up on the Twitter at Jump Off TV UK, or hit us up on the email UK@jumpoff.tv. Simple. It's nothing long. Enjoy life. Have a good day.